Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be a kind of cool unboxing, something I'm super excited to see. So this is a good one. This is going to be a really great video. Um, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I got. One is like a bit of a comic haul. I already took it out of the box, so it's like a bit of a haul. And then there's 3 packages. 1, 2, and this is the big one. This is the finale, okay? So you gotta stay tuned to find out what's inside this one. It is something major. It is on my top 10 list of comics that I always wanted to have, so it's a biggie. So with that said, I'm gonna get into the comics and kind of explain this one that I collected here. This one was kind of somebody had like a really cool package deal on eBay. I was like, oh, that's a pretty great deal. I'm really enjoying the WandaVision. So if you notice with a lot of my unboxings lately, I've been talking about WandaVision and collecting the comics from WandaVision. And one of the things that people keep on talking about with the WandaVision series is that it really is leading into the House of M. And the House of M is sort of where Scarlet Witch kind of goes a little bit more insane, I guess, and kind of builds her own little world. So it's kind of like the TV series. And this one has a lot of plastic on it. One sec here. So I slice and dice it. Okay, so this is rather large unboxing here. You hear that this is the tape that they put on it. They put on some painter tape, which is nice. And so these are all like the House of M appeared actually across multiple comic lines. So basically it was in Iron Man and a whole bunch of them. I'll take this out and show you what's inside. Looks like they didn't bag and board everything, so it's kind of frustrating. I always hate when I get comics and they're not bagged and boarded. So it's like a little bit rough to get out. Okay, so let's see. Clear some space. So House of M, and this is like a mini series with Iron Man. So House of M, Iron Man, number 1, number 2. I'm going to bag and board these afterwards. Number 3. And then there's Mutopia. I'm not sure anything about the series. I don't know anything about these series. I'm going to read these later. So Mutopia, number 1, I believe, or number 5. Mutopia, number 3, I think, or 4. Okay, it's in order. Okay. And number 3. I think these kind of get into the story of Wiccan and Speed a bit too. So Utopia 2 and Utopia 1. So I don't know what these storylines are, but I believe that they get into a bit of the Wiccan and Speed storyline. And this is Thunderbolts is one of the series that House of M appeared in. So this is Thunderbolts 11. And then X-Men 464. Nice. I like that cover, actually. That's a nice Psylocke cover. And then it's another one, which is, I'm not sure what this is, X-Men 465. And Wolverine 36. So that's actually cool for another reason, I think. I believe that there's something else within that series. And then this is New X-Men Academy, number 17. These are all part of the House of M series. This is the complete collection of crossovers. So New X-Men number 18, New X-Men number 19, New Excalibur, number 2. Exiles, number 69. Exiles, number 70. Exiles, number 71. So, and that's the first stack within this. This is a big stack of comics. There's like 40 to 50 comics. I think it's like 50 some odd comics actually. And then okay, let's see if we can. This one looks a bit better. Looks like they bagged and boarded some of these. So yeah, I think I heard rumors that like the whole Scarlet Witch thing is just going to be one season and one and done kind of thing. But you never know. It might be they might do a second series if it's really popular. So this is House of Secrets, House of M. It's kind of cool. It's like a one-shot. Cool cover. And House of M with Spider-Man. You can see that. That's an interesting cover. And House of M the day after. These are all like one-shots. And then Excalibur. House of M, Excalibur 13. Excalibur 14. So there was 49 in the House of M series of the crossovers. And this is like Quicksilver. And then another Quicksilver cover. It's kind of cool. Number 2. Son of House of M. This is Son of House of M number 3. All Quicksilver covers. And Son of House of M, can't see the number, number 4. And Son of House of M number 5 with Magneto. And last one is with Black Bolt, and it's Son of House of M number 6. So it's kind of cool. And the last little stack, again, not bagged and board. So Avengers, House of M Avengers. Avengers number 4, that was number 5. Number 3, Punisher on the cover there. And number 2, it's like Black Lightning. And number 1. Okay, so that's that series. Despite the fact that they're not bagged and boarded, they seem to be in good condition. The House of M Civil War. That was number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Number 2. See that? It's kind of a cool cover. Has the whole family. And number 1. It kind of like, if you look at the House of M and you kind of think about the Wanda series, I really do believe that Magneto will make an appearance in the House of M series, or the WandaVision series, I should say. So this is Masters of Evil, number 4. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1, Masters of Evil. And Spider-Man House of Mystery, number 4. number 3, number 5, and then Pulse, number 10, and Fantastic Four, House of M, number 3, and number 2 with, looks like Dr. Doom, and last one is House of M, Fantastic Four, number 1. Looks like an homage cover to the original Fantastic Four, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so that's those ones. Those are all the House of M and stuff. And there's one more stack, all from the same vendor. A little bit more House of M's in it, and some other stuff. This is the last stack. Okay. House of M number 4. House of M number 5. House of M number 7. And now, some of the extra comics that I ordered was this one. It's this sort of Birds of Prey number 56. It has like the first appearance of, what's his name? I'm trying to remember the character. He's going to be in the next. You can leave your comment in below. I just blanking the name of the guy's name. It's a major character too. He's going to be in the next Suicide Squad, the character that made his first appearance in this. I'm just blanking on the guy's name. So leave a comment below. Tell me who made the first appearance in this comic. So yeah, that's your trivia for today. So I actually will know after I film this video. I'll look it up. And then I got a whole bunch of these Marvel. Now I actually know a little bit about this series. It's considered to be the most, one of the worst series ever made, just so you know. It has very bad reviews, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that they had this series, and I thought it was interesting. So this is number 4. Number 3. I like the covers, at least. The covers are funny. Number 2. And then this is another comic, Alien Worlds number 4. Just a nice girl art cover. So I just kind of thought it was kind of cool. So I figured, hey, why not? I think it was like a couple bucks. So just kind of a cool cover. And that's that lot. So that was all from one vendor on PayPal, not PayPal, eBay. And now we're getting into some of the unboxings. Okay. So, let's see how this is put in here. Probably really taped it. Didn't look like it was taped very well, but it's got this thick tape on it too. Okay. Once I get all these tape things off, I should be good. Okay, I'm going to slice it. Okay, wow, so crazy tape. Okay, I'm not even sure what this is. We'll find out once I figure out how to get the tape off. And all the tape is now off. That. Oh, okay, this is cool. And this is Spectacular Spider-Man number 98. And this is the first appearance of, first appearance. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. First appearance of Spot. The Spot's kind of like this scientist that can sort of travel between dimensions. And he can travel to the dark dimension, and he basically he has spots all over him. He's not like he's not like a popular character, but kind of I thought a cool character because he can travel between these like little portals that he can create. So I thought, yeah, kind of a cool character. So actually, I think Comic Tom or one of those channels recommended that this might be a kind of a hot comic in the future. So it's not an expensive one. So this is maybe one of those ones that you might want to spec on because you can pick it up pretty cheap. And it's, maybe a character that they might utilize. I think they might be doing it in the animated series. So yeah, so Spectacular Spider-Man 98. Okay, that's that one. So the big one's coming up. So you gotta watch a bit longer as you wait for me to open up these things. Okay, and I just removed tape and it did absolutely nothing. So that was interesting. I always hate removing tape from these things. You never know. I'm always afraid to slice into the comic. Actually, yesterday I got a different package that I didn't show an unboxing video of, but when I sliced it, I didn't slice the comic, fortunately, but I did slice the bag that it was in. So I have to rebag it just because I sliced a little too much. So yeah, so this one is kind of cool. Oh, this is kind of cool. Okay. So this is Moon Knight number 14. Now they're going to make a Moon Knight series on Disney Plus, and one of the potential bad guys, but not a guy, is Madame Glass, and this is her first appearance. So it's Moon Knight number 14. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, so I always like to get first appearances of the villains in stories. So now, the moment you've been waiting for, the big one. This is really major, actually. Okay, so I'm going to slice this one. It is a bit challenging to open these sometimes. Okay, so this one is in a slab, and it's very, but I've been trying to get this comic for several years, like maybe 20 years, 30 years, I don't know. It's been a long time that I've been trying to get this comic. And every time, I don't know why, but something will happen. So maybe a year ago, actually I won this comic in an auction. And I was like so keen. I was like, oh, I finally win it. I finally get this comic. And the guy refused to ship it to Canada. And I said, wait. Before he canceled the order, I actually said, hey, I'll ship it to somewhere in the US because I have family that lives in the US. So, but the guy just canceled the order and, wouldn't let me bid on it ever again, even though I won the auction. I was so annoyed. And, I think the reason was I won it at a fairly good price. It was like $2,000 and it was like still a low grade. It was a raw copy. I think it was maybe a 2.0. And, So you can see that I had bid about 2,000. So obviously a major key if it's 2,000 and a low grade. So this one, not actually, and it's not as good grade actually. So that's the sucky part. But it is Fantastic Four #5. And if you're not familiar with this book, you should be, but if you're not familiar, it is the first appearance of Doctor Doom. Just a very iconic cover. And this one is restored. I don't generally like to buy restored, but if a few dollars buying restored, I will. But yeah, it's just really great to have this comic. It's like it's been so hard. Like actually, there was not just that one auction. There was like one time I actually put a bid in, and the guy accepted it, and then later it sold to somebody else. So it's just like, man, like I was just getting the paperwork done, and he sold it to somebody else. So I have had really bad luck trying to get this comic. So I was so happy to get it. And it's, it looks good. The restoration, I should read the notes. The restoration includes cover regloss. So I don't know why. That's the only restoration that they did. Was they kind of try to put this weird gloss on the comic to make it look better, but I think it actually kind of detracted from the way the comic looks. They probably should have just left it and it would have looked better, but they put basically a gloss on the comic. So it's considered a slight restoration. So it's not like a really big deal. Maybe there's something I can do to remove the gloss if I ever wanted to get that blue label. And it'd probably grade at the same amount, which is kind of funny. So, it is a purple label, but it's easy. It'd probably be easy to convert it to a blue label. So yeah, just a really great comic. I've read the story of this. It's kind of funny. Doctor Doom in the original this comic doesn't really have any powers. He's just a very smart guy, and he basically he sends the Fantastic Four on a quest so that he can get powers. He wants them to find some box that has like these magical gems in it that will give him like superpowers. And the Fantastic Four have to go back in time in order to get this chest from Doctor Doom, and basically they meet Blackbeard and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of a cool story. I always like time travel stories as well. So yeah, it's just really great to have this comic. If you've stayed tuned to watch this whole video, I'm impressed. And yeah, I hope this was this ends comic will make it worth the time watching all the House of M comics that I went through. And yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited to have this. I'm probably going to do a follow-up video just about this one comic where I'll do that did I overpay comic video sort of style that I always do. So just so you know, I paid $2,500 for this comic. The guy originally had a price of I think over 3,000, but I gave him like my best offer, which was 2,500. So I know that that's probably overpaying, just so you know. But it's really hard to get this comic. It's just so hard to get this comic, and I just didn't want to miss the opportunity again. So I'm so happy to get it. So thanks for watching, and please check out my other videos. And check out my affiliate link. There's a really good comic shop that you can buy from using my affiliate link. And yeah, just check out my other videos. Remember to always like my videos and subscribe so I can build up some following. And I try to post every day at 11:45 Eastern, just so you know. So if you ever want to check out my videos, I post every day and I try to make something interesting, hopefully, like these unboxing videos of major grails. So this is definitely a major grail. So this was #1 on my top 10 list of comics that I wanted to get this year. So finally got it. Thanks for watching. Bye.